Hello, I'm Coach Natalie, and welcome to this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies. Well, in our last video, we did a guard pass in which we're kind of going through your opponent's guard. Now, as promised, today we're going to be doing something what we call the double unders pass, or the double under stack pass. And, you know, true to its name, we're going under our opponent's guard. Now, if you're old or inflexible, that's great. This pass can still be very, very effective. Pretty simple, so let's check it out. Okay, let's break it down. You might find yourself in your opponent's guard, and then of course you'd have to turn your torso with your leg out to help break your opponent's legs apart and get out of their guard. But we'll assume, you know, you're already out of your opponent's guard. First thing I'm going to do, using my hands together as a team, I'm going to reach underneath my opponent's legs as low as I can and, you know, connect my hands together with the gable grip. I'm going to pull my opponent's hips up kind of onto my lap. Now, I want to go around to my opponent's left side. I really want their knee to be, you know, bent towards their head. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be having this left leg out. I'm going to be reaching over with my hand inside their gi, and I'm going to be using my torso to push their knee towards their head. Same time, grab some fabric. Could be their pants, could be what we call the bottom of their kimono. Pressing, still holding on, and get to side control. Now, it's actually kind of a disadvantage that Sally here is being so flexible. You can't really see the power of this guard pass, but it's really effective, especially if you can, you know, get one of your friends, you know, down on the ground and say, hey, let me try out something for a second. You'll be very surprised how effective it is. The mistakes that you can make, well, whenever you're between someone's legs, you never want to just have one hand in between their legs. It could be armbarred, it could be triangled. Obviously, we're grabbing both hips, connecting and pulling up. So what I want to do is I want to shelf their hips on my lap. I don't want them to be on the ground because then they can shrimp away. If I lift them off the ground, it reduces some of their ways to escape. Second of all, it would be a mistake not to use a lot of pressure. This is a pressure pass, and actually if you're old and stiff, it works even more effective. Remember, I'm grabbing, connecting, putting my thumb in. What I'm doing is I'm using my leg back, you know, as a kickstand here. I'm really pushing that leg forward towards their head. And what I want to be doing is slowly going around their guard. Now, you want to be as slow as possible. You want to give them enough time to think about the mistakes they've made in their lives, and at a certain point, they'll just flip the legs over just to allow you to get past there. It is such an uncomfortable pass. Like I said, it would be a mistake for you to just quickly go to the side. And then But related to that, now I don't have to worry about hurting Sally, but if you have an older partner, someone who doesn't have a lot of flexibility, you want to go slowly. You want to give them enough time to tap. You don't want to stack them on their head. You don't want to strain their back. You really want to press down on them, but be it slow and smooth. So don't, you want to smash your partners, but you don't want to hurt them because they might not want to play with you again. And then, basically, you also remember you want to bend them. If they can straighten out their torso, you won't ever be able to do this. So again, kind of seen from this angle, I'm in their guard. Maybe their guard was closed and I had to turn to one side, snap open their guard. 2 hands. Underhook, connect, pull up onto my lap. This thumb is going to go into this opposite gi corner. So this leg, kind of a kickstand, is going to allow me to really provide some pressure behind their leg to really bend them forward. At the same time, I'm grabbing, the skirt, a little back of their kimono here. Could be the pants too. At a certain point, their legs are going to flip over to the side because they are going to be so happy that you're passing their guard. They're going to allow you to do that. Still holding on. I want to settle. And then I get to side control. And then, of course, we can do some of the things that we have been covering in the past couple of weeks. The Japanese necktie, the crucifix, those different kinds of moves that rely that you get around their leg. So I hope you've enjoyed some of these guard passes. Now, if you're interested in learning more guard passes, in episode 36, we did the bullfighter's pass. We also did the split pass. Split pass is kind of similar to the double under pass, and that you're making the person on the bottom so uncomfortable, they're almost happy that you're past their guard. So you might want to check that out again, episode 36. And in the meantime, check out these moves. It's a holiday season, and it's time for me to be grateful. I really am grateful for every subscriber we have. Reach out to me if you have questions. And in the meantime, thank you again for your support of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies.